Hello, good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, and I'm going to start with our math lesson. So today in our math lesson, we're going to continue to use number bonds in our knowledge of part, whole in our word problems. And today we're going to have to figure out if we need to add or subtract depending on what the word problem says. So we're going to read those together. So I'm going to get that pulled up for you. All right, and here we go. So you're going to listen to the story and show the story with your fingers on the number path, then fill in the number sentence and the number bonds. So Joey had 5 pennies. So what I want you to do is you're going to take your fingers and you're going to put them over this bar right here, the one that has the dark numbers. You hold it up. You're going to take your fingers and you're just going to touch them. Ready? So touch the 1. I'm touching right here. Let me start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5 pennies. He found 3 pennies in the couch. If he finds 3 more pennies, is he going to get a bigger number or a smaller number? He's going to get a bigger number because he's finding more. So it says he found 3 pennies in the couch. So you already have your 5 pennies. You looked and you're touching the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want you to color in the 3 pennies he found. So he found 3 more. 1 more penny, 2 more pennies, 3 more pennies. So how many pennies does Joey have now? Well, we need to count all of them all together. This sounds like we need to use Gus the Plus. Remember, Gus the Plus wants to put numbers together. So you take one number and another number and you put it together to make a big number. So we had 5 pennies. Go ahead and write 5 because that's how many pennies you started with. And Joey found 3 more pennies in the couch. So we can put 3 because that's how many more he found. How many pennies did Joey have now? All together, you're going to count from the very beginning of your number path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, he has 8 pennies. Ooh, we need to put him in our number bond. Remember, our number bond is part, whole. So if our number bond is part, whole, we always start by finding where our whole number goes. Remember, the whole number is the circle that's all by himself. So we're going to go find that whole number. I just want you to put a little W next to the circle that's all by itself. The other 2 circles must be our parts. Now, we know the whole number is the biggest number that we see. So what is your big number here? Is it 5, 3, or 8? Good, 8. 8 is the whole number. So go ahead and put your 8 here next to your W. And then we have our other 2 numbers, which must be our parts. So we have a 5 and a 3. And we have to keep reading. It says, Joey gave the 3 pennies to his dad. How many pennies does Joey have now? Ooh, let's see. So we know he just found his 8 pennies. So we can go ahead and write that number right down here. Because it says, we know he had 8 pennies all together. That was our big number here. And from his 8 pennies, Joey gave the 3 pennies that he found to his dad. So if he gave 3 away, remember he had 8, but he gave 3 of them away. Put that behind your back because those are the 3 pennies he gave his dad. How many pennies does Joey have now? Okay, so we know that he had 8 pennies. We already wrote that down. He gave away, how many did he give away? 3, so write that as your next number. Yep, he had 8 pennies, but he gave away 3 to his dad. Remember, take that 3 away, put it away. You don't see it anymore. How many pennies does Joey have left? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, and we have another number bond. Now this one looks a little different than the one we just used. And that's okay. Number bonds can look all sorts of ways. We just need to find the circle that it's by himself. We know that the circle by itself is our whole number, the big number. So find that circle that's by itself and put a little W. If this is our whole number, we know that the other two are our parts. So go ahead and put a P for part. Now the whole number is always the big number. So is our big number 8, 3, or 5? Good, 8. Which once again means that if our big whole number is 8, our two parts are 3 and 5. Good, we're going to keep going. This one says, Siri had 9 pennies. She looked all around the house, but could not find any more pennies. How many pennies does she have now? All right, well, we need to find how many did Siri start with. Good, 9. So let's count out 9. Use your number path to help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she had 9 pennies to start. She looked all around the house, but could not find any more pennies. If you don't find any more, what number do you need? There are no more. 0, yeah. So if you had 9 pennies, but you didn't find any more, how many pennies do you have? Good, 9. Your number did not change. Anytime you add 0, your number does not change. So, we have our number bond. We need to find our whole number. Remember, the whole number is the circle sitting all by himself. Go ahead and write your W. Once we know where our whole number is, you can put the P's for the parts, because we know that every whole number has part. Now this one's a little tricky, because we have 2 numbers that we see that are the big numbers, don't we? We have a 9, a 0, and another 9. That's okay. Is 9 bigger or is 0 bigger? Good, 9 is bigger. So you're gonna go ahead and put your 9 down here. Now, just because you put your big whole number down there, that's okay, you still have 2 numbers. So you have a 0 and you have a 9. Those are your parts. In this case, when you have 0 and the other number, the part is the same as your whole. Because if you had 9 pennies over here and 0 pennies over here, but you put them together, you still have 9 pennies. So your part whole looks just like this, 9, 0, 9. We'll try the next one. There were 8 children waiting for the school bus. No more children came to the bus stop. How many children are waiting now? So we know to start, it says there were 8 children waiting for the school bus. So use your number line. We'll use a different color this time. Actually, I'll just erase my number line from last time. Use your number line and you're going to count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were 8 children, that's how many you started with. 8 children were waiting for the school bus. No more children came to the school bus. If nobody else came, what number are you going to need? 0. Yeah, no one else showed up. So if you had 8, that's your first part, and nobody else showed up, then that's your second part. Put them together, what will you get? 8, good. When you add 0, the number does not change. So now we need to go ahead and we have to find our part whole. using our number bond. So go ahead and find the whole number. Remember, the whole number is the circle all by himself. Did you find it? Right here, write a W for whole number. And your parts, go ahead and label your parts. Now this is just like our last one. We have an 8, a 0, and another 8. So which is the bigger number, 8 or 0? 8. So you're going to put your 8 in your whole number spot, and that leaves you with your two parts, another 8 and a 0. And I'm going to let you do the bottom parts. In the top row, you need to add numbers with 0. And in the bottom part, you need to take away with the number 0. So I'll let you do that by yourself. And we will do more word problems tomorrow.